Okay, make sure that that is muted. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. Oh, there's Susan. Just getting started, and we are going to do exercise. I'm just bringing in more and more Laban to each one of these classes because I feel like it's the most important thing. And it's good to have our brains involved in the whole situation. So we're not just exercising to space out, but we're exercising to really come into relationship with ourselves. So one thing I'll say just before we get started is really start to notice your self-talk, like kindness towards yourself, compassion towards yourself, gentleness towards yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't push yourself or challenge yourself or anything like that. It just means that you aren't pulling the rug out from under yourself all the time as you're doing your things. So let's start standing up. Inhale, open it up. Stretch up to the skies. Reach and get long. And then on the exhale, let's just shake out and release. So shaking out on the exhale. I feel like the ball is like a cat, like following me around. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, shake, 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 shake. Relax your neck and tongue. Relax your guts. Think of the central column of your body. So like your spinal cord, your psoas, all the other exciting things, your vertebrae, then the stuff in front of that, then your guts. Being integrated and coherent. Inhale, open. That means it's working together. So that's what I'm talking about with the self-talk. Also, when things are coherent, there's harmony. It's working together. Inhale, open. Bend your knees this time. Drop it down. Plant yourself. Hands touching down. Take a second down there and just do a little bounce down there. See if you can relax your head and neck more. Relax your shoulders. And then roll it up through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way to the top. And we'll inhale. Fill up, open up, expand. At the top, interlace your hands together. Push up through the heels of the hands. Open the feet a little wider and shift from side to side. So my pelvis is stable. My upper body is moving. My legs are stabilizing my lower body. And now let's change it. Let's move the pelvis. So my advice in life is if you always do things one way, try doing them a different way sometimes, right? It's a great way to not be stuck. It's like, oh yeah, I do it like this all the time. Now I'm going to do it like this. Good. Now we're going to spiral. Look over one shoulder. I feel like I suddenly just became like a 60s model in that weird position. Good. And bring it in. And I'm just going to mute you, Susan, so you don't pop into the thing. But thank you for laughing at my joke. Spiraling. Twist and look around behind you. See what's back there. You can do this without really shifting your weight from side to side, and you'll get a nice big spiral in your spine. And you can also do it with that shift, flexing one foot, big weight shift, and you're just going to have a different relationship into your leg. Let your arms really have some free flow. So they're just going out there, banging on your body when they come back in. So that would be free flow. We're not controlling it, we're letting it move. Now we could try it with bound flow, where you really specifically move them. You have containment in the arms, in the movement. You could still do bound flow and do it fast, but just more tension. Right now, let that go and go back to free flow. Breathing. Good. And let's start with the vertical plane. So we're going to start on my left, so it'll probably be your right. We're going to go high right, high left, low right, low left. So big weight shift, high right, high left, low right, low left. If you can, take it to your high right, go a little off center and find a balance there. Same thing to the other side. So my leg is on center, but my upper body's in this diagonal. Bending, finding it. Bending, finding it. I'm just going high right now. Bending and seeing if I can find that relationship between my hand and foot in one diagonal, and then the same thing, find the relationship between my hand and foot on the other diagonal. Good, and come in. So let's do this. You're going to reach your arms up. Feet are about hip distance apart. Reach out, bend your knees, drop it down. Let your arms swing back as far as they can go. Look under your legs if possible, and then let the arms swing down. Reach them out and come back up. I'm going to show you this sideways. So this is a very slow motion modern dance maneuver in the sagittal plane. Plie and stretch. Plie. You can take this into the stretch or stay in the plie, depending on how much movement you've already done, how warmed up you are. But this is pretty much dynamic stretching, right? We're moving through the stretch. We're not hanging out there. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Just feeling into that. Good. Let's come down to the floor. So we had our horizontal plane, we had our vertical plane, we had our sagittal plane with those different exercises. Anytime we keep moving through those exercises, we're going to be getting more dynamic work in our fascia. And that means that our fascia should be more resilient, right? We're hydrating it. We're doing all the mobility things so that the tissue can do those things. Oh, I want to do a thing with weights. I told you to sit down. I see you're still standing. Stay up. We're going to stay up. Some of you are sitting. Some of you are standing. Get up again. And we're going to take the weights, if you have them. If you don't have weights, you can use cans. And we're just going to do this internal and external rotation, initiating with the movement of the hands. So I'm going to come in a little closer. You could do this with no weight. Getting all of that, and you can see that my elbow is connected to this movement. I'm circling in and circling out, circling in and circling out, circling in. This is a recuperation from computer time, from cell phone time, letting your hands and wrists have this different mobility. Let your chest open up. So actually try looking up and doing this. Chest, lungs, and heart. And then just come back into your vertical. And then try looking forward, letting yourself hang forward and doing it. Let that stretch out the upper traps. And let's come back into neutral. And one more time, look up. Let's leave it on the open. Chest, lungs, heart, reach up to the ceiling. And then come in, and we'll just put those down. So that was really for wrists, hands. But we also want to think, anytime we're thinking wrists and hands, we're thinking the whole wing of the heart and lung, right? This is coming in to my scapula on my back. So my scapula is helping support and anchor my arm. All right, that's a big thing in the Laban work, how our arms connect to our bodies. Arm circles, hand-scapula connection. I like to include the collarbone in that because that is another nice anchoring joint and bone connecting in. Let's say it connects into the joint. It connects into the rotator cuff. Let's sit in a cross-legged position. And we're going to mobilize our guts. So circling your torso, letting your weight shift and feeling that weight shift. So you're feeling what part of my butt is connecting to the floor at a time. As you're doing that, see if you can soften your belly. So we want to move with less tension, making it easier. Change direction, other way. Feeling your spine mobilizing. So feeling that head-tail connection, crown of the head, tip of the tail, all the movement in the middle. Good. And then let's come in and change legs. So non-dominant leg goes in front. And this time we're going to circle again, but we're going to think of the big bowls of our rib cage, our head, our cranium, and our pelvis. So these big containers of organs Feeling the relationship between your cranium, your ribs, and your pelvis as you circle. And see if that changes it for you. Does it change the movement when you think about something different? Change direction, go the other way. Rib cage, cranium, pelvis. What's happening in those three relationships as you move? Good. And let's stay here and just spiral in one direction and then the other. Going back and forth a few times. Oh, I know what I want to do. Grab a block if you have a block. If you don't have a block, you can stay on your butt on the floor, or you can elevate your pelvis on some like folded up towels or anything else, like just something that's going to pick your butt up a little higher. This block that I have is one of those little skinny blocks. I actually prefer the ones that are a little more substantial. So we're going to come up here, sitting up tall. You're going to internally rotate. I'm going to flex my feet and curl. And then I'm going to externally rotate. I'm going to connect my feet to the ground and lift and arch. Internally rotating, curling, hollow, flexed foot. Externally rotate, and you can go further than just up to the ceiling with your knees. Open chest, lungs, and heart. Exhale, internal rotation. External rotation, arching, opening, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, internal rotation. External rotation, lift. And I'm pulling with my arms to pull my chest through, dropping my shoulders down. 2 more times. Exhale, in, inhale, open, exhale, in, inhale, lift, 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 and then come into center. Let's spiral here. So again, we're going to spiral. Let's add the arms. So you're going to spiral, and then you're going to inhale, arms up to the ceiling, to the heavens, and exhale, spiral. Right? Where do we go for information? Inspiration. Up there. Exhale. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Spiral. Inhale. Chest, lungs, heart, arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to surrender all of that and go forward and just let yourself wiggle from side to side. So tail to head, sequencing through your body in this successive way that goes from joint to joint. Tail to head. Letting that ripple, letting your weight shift. My legs are moving slightly. And then I'm going to drop it deeper, breathing into my back body. Breathing into my shoulders, neck, and letting my head really drop. And then coming back up and getting off your block. I used to start classes a lot in that way on the block. All right, let's go down onto our backs. And we are going to take our hands behind our head. If your back hurts, you can leave your knees bent. If your back feels okay, flex your feet. We're going to exhale, coming up, elbows towards each other, and then inhale. Open it down. Exhale, letting the wings draw in, and inhale. Open chest, lungs, and heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale up and stay. This time we're going to pulse, reaching out through your heels, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down. Relax. Take a heel rock. See if you can free up your guts. Relax the abdominals, rib cage, pelvis, and head. Again, feeling those 3 big bony structures of the pelvis, the ribs, and the head, and how they relate. So letting them all move and have some free flow. Yeah, and so this isn't so much like the flex and point is very easy and loose also. Like we're not super duper flexing and pointing. We're really just trying to dig our heels into the floor. Then rotate in and out as a recuperation from that. Take a big breath. Let your body weight settle into the floor, like you're making a big imprint on the floor. And then you're going to bring your legs back to parallel, slide up one leg, slide up the other leg, taking your hands down by your sides. We're going to press our pelvis up so it's right in the middle between our knees and our shoulders. And then we're going to take a little march here. So feet might want to be a little closer together than usual. And we're just going to lift one knee up, arcing through space, and then the other. So, oh, I see a fuzz from the floor. Like you're marching along up and then pushing down. Think of your knee arcing in that. We're in the sagittal plane again here, the wheel plane. Let's stay. Open the feet a little wider. Press the pelvis up higher. Interlace the hands behind your back. Walk your shoulders close together. Yours should be very high here. Open your knees wide. Inhale, exhale, touch your knees together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Using your breath, rolling to the outer edge of your foot, inner edge, knees touch. Open and close. Open and close and open. Bring it into center. Press up as high as you can. Release your hands. Walk the shoulders open. Roll down slowly through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And then sink into the floor and just roll across one hip and then the other. So just by rolling here, I can massage out the back of my hips. And I'm really trying to get up here, like I guess it's really, I don't know if I'd call that my butt, but above my butt. I guess it really depends on how you're shaped. So either the upper butt or just above your butt, however that works for you in your mind. And then you can go into opening and closing with the knees, letting your knees open all the way in the middle and then close. So there's some separation. One leg moves and then the other leg moves. Not just a lower body unit moving together, but each leg has a little bit of freedom. And then bring it in, hands on your knees, big circles with your legs. Lubricating up those hip sockets even more and change direction the other way. And then we're going to come in, elbows in. Let's take it all in. We're going to cross one arm and one leg, the opposite arm and leg open out. Then it all comes back to center. One arm and one leg open, bring it back in. Cross body, contralateral movement, bring it all together. Open up one diagonal, bring it in. Open it up. Oh, great. Somebody's going to mow their lawn now. Bring it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and relax. Drop it down. And let me just come in and have a discussion with my Zoom room. Can you guys hear that, or is it okay? It's okay? All right, good. All right. So let's take it to one leg at a time. Let's just relax for a second, shake it all out. And then one leg at a time. Regular old Pilates, single leg stretch, one leg in, one leg out. Giving yourself a hamstring stretch, lengthening as you do it. I don't actually think it's a lawnmower. I think it's somebody who's got like a little builder's shed and they have like a circular saw or something like that going. You can also drop your head to the floor. You can go slower and spend more time in the stretch if that feels good to you. So working on what you need to work on. Good, and relax, shake it out. Let's just take a happy baby there. You can play around in your happy baby. And then come in. We're going to internally rotate one leg at a time. So your feet are slightly wider than your mat, just internal rotation, spiraling in. And then hands out side. I have to move to do this. I'm just going to do it this way. And you're going to extend your legs up, spiraling one way and then the other. If you want to make it easier, you can do this with bent knees. So choose your poison, whichever one feels best to you. Use your arms and your back. Massage through your back as you're doing it too. So lots of things happening here. And then come in and let's roll back and forth. Rolling enough that you come, if you feel like it, you can either just roll here coming into plow, or you can also roll enough that you're coming towards standing up. If you feel like using your legs more. And I gotta say, just the fact that I can do this now means that the inflammation in my knee is much less. All right, I'm gonna come back down to the floor. I think I'm just gonna angle my mat again. There's something really weird about being parallel. I think I have more space this way. All right, flip yourself over, take it into a downward dog. We're gonna challenge ourselves a little bit here. So if you're having any kind of issues, if downward dog is not your thing, put your knees on the floor. You can do it there too. We're gonna lower our elbows down towards the floor and then push back up. It might just be a small bend for you. If you can go all the way down, great. Lowering down, pushing through the hands, coming back to your dog. Lowering down, pushing up. Or small bend and then push. Also totally fine. Then the other version here would just be lowering down, pushing up, trying to keep your hands underneath your shoulders. 2 more, lower and lift. Last one. And then come down. Let's go over into a forearms. And this position, you're going to keep your hand, the whole side of your hand, and you're just going to push into the floor as you roll over. So I'm really actively pressing down with this whole part of my hand pushing into the floor as I rotate open and close. So in case you haven't noticed, this whole class is very wrist, arm, health related, right? Especially all that time that almost everybody spends on a computer. We want to recuperate a little bit from that, give our body some more resilience by changing the dimensions a little bit of how we're moving. All right, flip them over, curl your hands up, open it out. Curl it up, open it out, curl it up, open it out, curl it up, open it out. Last one. And then we're going to take it into a forearm plank. Forearm plank, pushing forward and backward. Head reaches forward, heels reach back. Open your feet a little wider, circles with your pelvis. Feel the relationship of your head, your rib cage, and your pelvis. Change direction. And then take it down and relax into the floor. Bend your knees, fall, let your legs fall from side to side, massaging out your quads, letting go. And I'm looking along the floor at the pea pod and Squeaky Beaky. Gaylord is inside very wisely since it's 1,000,000 degrees out. Opposite arm to leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, use your breath. Reach and lower. Reach and lower. Reach and lower. Reach and lower. We're going to try something new. You're going to reach, you're going to bend, see if you can touch, reach it out, and come down. Reach, bend, touch, reach it out, and come down. Up, bend, see if you can touch, bring it out, down, up, bend, touch, reach, lower, up, touch, contralateral pattern in back of your body, up, and touch, and reach, and come down. Hands next to your chest, arch and open, and then take your tail back, round your spine, take it into a child's pose. Breathe. Big, deep breathing into your body like you're a bubble. A bubble that's inflating and getting bigger, and then getting smaller. So a growing and shrinking bubble. Which makes me think of Ab Fab and the character Bubble. If you haven't watched Absolutely Fabulous, it's hilarious. You've got something to look forward to. All right, let's take it into a side forearm plank. If you want to make it easier, you can leave your knee on the floor. That's always a way to make it easier, or not. And I like to put one foot in front of the other so I can really work on the verticality, although I'm not in the vertical dimension actually, but the verticality in my body, the up-downness. Pressing up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. QL working. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down, over to the other side, pressing it up. 1, 2, head and heels reaching away from each other, long body. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down. Let's open up into a straddle. Hands behind your head, elbow towards the floor, and then come up. If you heard that pop and crack, it was not the floor, that was my hip. Down and up, down and up. Making it a little more challenging, elbow towards the floor, reach the arms out, bring them in, and come up towards the floor. Reach it out, bring it in, up, side stretch, lengthen, bring it in, up, side stretch, lengthen, bring it in, and up. We're changing it again, almost the same, side stretch, lengthen, open it up, and then hands behind your head. Side stretch, lengthen, open the arms, chest, lungs, open out. So don't be all ginchy in here. Take up some space. Sideways, lengthen, open into the world, hands behind your head, side stretch, lengthen, open it up. Let's spiral towards one leg, take it down. Walk it through the center. Over to the other leg. Bring it back into center. And push the floor away and come up. And let's bring the legs together. Just joggle them out. Rotate in and out. Soles of the feet together. Knees open wide. Baddha Konasana. You can take your hands on your ankles. The old school version, we used to like grab our feet. This is like when I was a little kid in school. Better to grab your ankles and not give that extra torque. Taking it forward and down. Breathe into it. Wherever you are there, see if you can relax your neck and your head and your tongue a little bit more. I'm turning my head from side to side, feeling that down into my spine. Again, playing with my head-tail connection in the sagittal and also with this twist. Good. And then come up. We're going to do an exercise Shake it out, let it go. That is, you're going to take your arm around here. This leg can be bent, doesn't matter what this leg is doing. And you're just going to, from there, so you've got your hamstring drawing it in towards you, you're going to turn your foot in and out. So the bones, your tibia and fibula are moving a little bit. And you are having a little teeny internal and external rotation relating into the knee. Since you're not weight bearing, this should be safe. If it hurts, don't do it. I feel like this is one of my knee PT exercises, physical therapy exercises that's been working. Like my knee's getting way better. But I've been doing a lot of leg work. Bring it into the other side, same thing, in and out. So knee is fairly stable, but these bones are moving and your foot is moving in and out. You can see the front of your tibia, or the front of my tibia, and my tibialis anterior, which on my body is super jacked because of ballet. But you can really see that moving. Good. Relax it out. Bang it out. Next one. Flex your foot. You're trying to get this muscle right here that goes across your knee to engage. So you can pinch it, touch it, and you're going to pulse up. Reaching through your foot, flex foot. Going 1, 2, 3, 4. Lengthen it out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Parallel. Quad working. Push through your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn it in. It's not going to be very much, probably. 1, 2. You're going to get this outer part of your quad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Loosen the whole leg. Let it soften up. And then the same thing on the other side. Flex foot, getting this little muscle right here that's crossing your knee, up and down. 1, 2. Try and spread out your toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Bang it out. See if you can get your quads to move around on your leg. Right, so every little fascicle, every little piece of fascia around every tiny little muscle fiber should have a little bit of movement with the one next to it, right? So that we're not like spaghetti. When you throw the spaghetti into the water and you don't stir it, how it gets all stuck together. That's a good analogy for what happens in our muscles if we don't move very much, or what happens in our body. Like that spaghetti, oh, we didn't stir it around. We didn't move the spaghetti. So now, that whole pile is all stuck together and hardened. That's a good, and I made that one up right now. I'm sure other people have made it up too, but I'm always thinking about good analogies for what fascia and muscle, whatever's happening inside our system. But I feel like that spaghetti analogy is the best one so far. Let's come on to our sides. A little more leg stuff. We are going to, let's start here with our toes to our knee. Hips are perpendicular to the floor. You're going to turn in and out. Going 1, 2, working your glutes. 3, rotators. 4, 5, 6, 7, really turning it out. 8, 9, 10. Slide your leg down the front. We're going to kick up, touch to the toes to the knee, kick it up, and come down. Up, toes to the knee, up. I'm just going to flex down, and then I'm going to point as I go up, in, up, flex down, up, in, up, flex down, up, in. So this is kind of ballistic stretching, right? I'm throwing my leg up there, in, up, and down. But I have a history of getting my leg up there, so it's not something new to my body. Up, in. I'm totally not counting. Let's do 2 more. Up, in, up, down. Last one. Up, in, up. Grab on. You could be here, grab from the inside and try and rotate that leg out. So if I turn in, I'm going to have a harder time with that femur head. It needs to be dropping down so I can get my leg up higher. So grabbing on, stretching it out, breathe into it. If you are hypermobile, go for the big stretch. Breathe. Yeah, actually, one of the dancers, hopefully, who's going to do the show in the city, is I don't know if I was talking about this. I don't think I was talking about this to the people in TV land, but I'm doing a show in the city, ocean all over. It's called Splitting Your Sides, and it's at the Dream Up Festival. Let's do our other side as I talk about this. But one of the dancers in it, hopefully, if we get him, I mean, he wants to do it, so hopefully it'll all work out, is like 6'5", and he's got like extension for days. I'm like, holy crap. So hopefully there will be a balance of 3 guys and 3 girl dancers in this show. That'll be the first time ever that I have worked with a balanced number of males and females in a show. In and out, going 1, 2, breathe, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's at Theater for the New City in New York City. It's on First Avenue. 3 more, 2, 1. And we will be performing the 14th of September through the 18th or 19th. 14th through the 19th, I think. We have 5 shows. Up, in, up, flex down. Up, fold, reach, and flex. Batma, passe, Batma, flex your foot. Batma, passe, Batma, flex, Batma, passe, Batma, flex, Batma, passe, Batma, flex. 3 more. 2. Last one. This one we're going to grab, stretch. You can bend your bottom knee if you need to. If you're going to fall over, go ahead. Wow. Coming into that stretch. And then release. Bring it down. Shake it out. Let's just roll across let's just release our hips for a second. So not roll across. Let's do this hip stretch. Breathing into it. Straighten the bottom leg if you want to, whatever version works for you. Switch it to the other side. Breathe. Deep breath support. Let yourself sink into the ground, right? Let go. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go, unless it's your foot. And relax. Shake it out. And let's come on to, let me just check the time really quick. We're good. We're going to do a set of push-ups with a knee drop or a knee lift in between. I think I'm going to do them. So I like to distinguish between tricep push-ups where my elbows are right into my sides, and then pec push-ups where my hands are a little wider and my elbows are going more out to the sides. Maybe not here, but like there, so I can still stay in a good position in my upper body. Okay, so I'm going to do regular push-ups with my elbows out to the sides, and I'm going to do a knee drop every time. You could do these from your knees and do a knee lift every time, but I'm going to do them here, going with a push-up and a knee drop. Push-up, knee drop. Push-up, knee drop. Push-up, knee drop. Push-up, knee drop. Push-up. I'm going to switch it now so I can go deeper, all the way down, knee lift. Floor, knee lift. Don't go to the floor if your knees are off the floor. If you're a guy, maybe you can. Or if you've done tons of arm work. Last one. And relax. I smell a weird, machiney, gassy smell out here. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's roll across our butt one way and then the other. You're going to spiral all the way down. Push the floor away. Spiral. Paint the rainbow. Open it up. Chest, heart, lungs. Wings of the heart. Right? We can be dramatic about it. wiggling our fingers as we go up, and then surrendering into the floor with a lot of drama. I don't know. Sometimes it's fun just to play with the pattern instead of just moving the same way all the time. All right, let's I wanted to do some hamstring stuff. So let's actually do this with our block. If you don't have a block, use a book, old-fashioned telephone book, or just something big. Taking your block underneath your foot. The other foot is parallel. We're going to inhale, lift up, both hips even, and exhale, fold and lower. Inhale, press, exhale, lower. Inhale, push, exhale, lower. Inhale, opening the front of the hips, working the back of the body. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're going to go up and stay. Take your foot that was on the floor up to the ceiling, outward circles with the leg. Beach ball size circles, or maybe physio ball size circles. Not too big, not too small. 5 to 8 of those circles, flex and change direction. Point your toes, one set going up. 1, 2, 3. Straight up the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the whole thing down. Melt into the floor. Draw your knees in towards you. Roll across your back. Invite your body to soften and release. Let go. Mash out your back. Surrender. And then come back in. Block under the other foot. Same thing. Just inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Use your breath. Push the floor away. Land on the floor. Inhale, all the way down. Engage, release down. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Next one, we're going to go up and stay up. Press up, stay. Take the foot from the floor, reach to the ceiling. Outward circles. Push the floor away. Flex, inward circles, reaching through your heel. Point your toes, poke a hole through the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it in, come down. Kick your block out. Take a happy baby. Play around in the baby. Let yourself release. You can play with the upper versus lower pattern in the baby. You can play with a right versus left pattern in the baby. And that's perfectly appropriate. Babies have usually learned upper versus lower patterns and right versus left patterns. Babies haven't quite developed the contralateral pattern. Once they start crawling, that's when the contralateral stuff starts happening. So it makes sense in many ways that these are the things available from Happy Baby, just upper versus lower or side versus side. Bring it in, roll yourself back and forth, rounding through your spine, massaging through your back, playing with your roll so it feels good. And then coming up, if your knees hurt, you're going to extend your butt up a little higher, bend your knees, and hang on your legs. If your knees are okay and you can be in deep flexion, drop it down, let your head drop down, breathe, and just relax. Keep letting your head drop, letting your tail drop, relaxing into this position. Breathe into your back. When my lower back is tight, or my neck or shoulders, like I feel like this is a good place to come and just keep telling myself, let go, let go, let go. And then slowly tail up, slowly rolling all the way up, knees bent or straight. We're going to do a quad stretch from standing, which you could do holding onto something. And I think that I am actually going to hold onto the wall because I want to really get deep in my stretch and not be working on my balance, but be working on my stretch. So I'm holding on so I can give myself this without just trying to balance it. Taking my knee back. I can also kick it out and go further. And I'm going to turn my knee in and out a little bit there from the hip socket. And then release it. Switch it to the other side, same thing, grabbing on, quad stretch, in and out with the heel if that feels good. Take the knee back a little bit. Listen into your body. Oh, there's a breeze. It's amazing. And then release that. Give yourself a little shake. Relax your neck and tongue. Free flow, shaky body. Let it go. Let it jiggle like jello. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop it down. Release, soften. Inhale, radiate away from center into the world. Opening up. Exhale, soften, surrender, let go, melt. Inhale, radiating outward. Open, open. Exhale. Drop it down. Stay down. Open your feet wider. Shift from side to side. Let your body free up. Easy and loose. Head, tail movement rippling through your back. Weight shift. Come into center. Roll it all the way up. Circles with the shoulders. If you're holding any tension in there, invite it to let go. If you're carrying around a backpack of worries, just take it off for a while. Change direction up and over. Sometimes it's a backpack of your stuff. Sometimes it's a backpack of other people's stuff. Especially if you're carrying around other people's stuff, take that shit off. Get rid of it. Do not pick it up again. Your own stuff, go ahead a little bit, but not other people's stuff. All right, people in TV land, comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, but especially comment, write to me. Tell me what you think, ask for things. And everybody in my Zoom room, I'm gonna stop the live stream. Also, I have a Patreon, I have Buy Me a Coffee, I have all the things. If you feel like paying me back,